When I was 15 years old, I was misdiagnosed with herpes simplex virus 1. The entire ordeal revealed my doctor's subscription to broader cultural perceptions about black girls as hypersexual or promiscuous. Sociologist Sabrina Strings calls these perceptions of black women and girls as cultural narratives of black female sensualism. Strings describes black female sensualism as the idea that black women are inherently driven to participate in high-risk behaviors that eventually result in disease. The idea of black female sensualism has a long history that can be seen throughout the 19th and early 20th century in public health perceptions about the spread of syphilis and tuberculosis. The earliest known cases of syphilis can be dated back to Naples, Italy in the 15th century. From Naples it traveled to Europe in the 19th century, where the disease first became associated with women. Men were believed to have contracted syphilis unsuspectingly via female urethral discharge. In the U.S., by the turn of the 20th century, black prostitutes in particular were the targeted syphilitic demographic. This shift towards black women and black prostitutes in particular was due to syphilis becoming racialized in an attempt to maintain ideologies of white purity in diseased black bodies. Despite being severely underrepresented among the population of prostitutes, medical scientists such as Dr. H. Hazen continue to perpetuate the ideas that black sex workers and their supposed primitive sexual appetite was the source of disease among the white public. Ideas about black female sensualism made black women the greater threat. They came to be the greater threat due to speculation that black women and prostitutes were spreading their syphilis during the sexual encounters they engaged in with unsuspecting white men. The notion that black women were agents of disease can also be seen in U.S. representations of how tuberculosis was spread during the 19th and early 20th centuries. In the 19th century, after German scientist Robert Koch severed the common romantic belief of TB as a white disease, medical scientists then searched for ways to racialize the disease. By the early 20th century, working-class black women were believed to be the number one agents of the TB outbreak. Medical and public health officials argued that these working women indulged in activities in the streets at night, such as frequent one-time sexual encounters before going home to contaminate their white employers through infected laundry. Combined with perpetuated ideas that working-class black women engaged in risky behaviors at night, infected their employers' laundry, and cared little about the preservation of health, black women continued to be linked to the spread of TB despite little statistical evidence to prove such beliefs. Centuries after black women were blamed for syphilis and TB epidemics, cultural perceptions about black women and girls' health and behavior are still present in popular culture. For example, the portrayal of prostitute Pam Grier in the 1974 Foxy Brown or Nicki Minaj's Anaconda music video that portrays black women as primitive and hypersexual, both serve to reinforce ideas of black female sensualism. According to Strings, scholars have shown that the legacy of treating racial and gendered others as disease has not been eradicated in contemporary medicine. I believe the first step in preventing the kind of humiliating medical experiences I and so many black women have faced is for the field of medicine to confront these broader cultural perceptions about black women as socially deviant.